Hello and thanks for watching my video. Today I'm doing a video because we've had a change to the Black Lion chests in Guild Wars 2, and I thought it'd be interesting to show you how some of the options you can get, some of the rewards, and how you can actually make a decent amount of money from some of the rewards. Now, it depends on luck, basically. This is pretty much a lottery. But I'm going to show you what the things you can win out of them are. Now, you may notice at the top of my inventory, I have my shared inventory slots, and a lot of these items that you can get in the Black Lion chest that you'll see up there, things like the Trading Post, the Bank Access Express, the Merchant Express, they're all up there. These are ones you can get. So Bank Access pretty much means you can access your bank anywhere. Your Trading Post, same thing. You've got a Merchant Express, so if you want to sell things. Not really too relevant for me because I've now got the Taracton personal delivery portal. However, if you do want to buy salvage kits, they're very useful. It's why I've used them the least. I do use Bank Access a lot, and the Trading Post as well. I also have Revive Orbs. I have plenty of Teleport to a Friend there in my bank currently. We've got Black Lion claim tickets. You can turn them in for a Black Lion weapon specialist. Then the guaranteed wardrobe unlock. I'm going to come back to that. We've got minis in the version of a toy and miniature egg. We've got a new item that's coming to the game, Black Lion boosters, and this gives you more gold, more reward track, more magic find. Quite useful to have. Only a short time period, 30 minutes, so it's still a nice little booster to have though. You've got this Black Lion miniature claim ticket. Again, we're going to have a look at that a little bit later. And Mystic Forge Stones, which are now rare, but they are quite useful if you want to craft things like a Mystic Salvage Kit, which again, very, very useful to have. Some of the uncommon ones, we've got Black Lion claim ticket, which gets you a full ticket instead of having to collect 10 scraps. Some hair and makeover kits. The communal boost bonfire has been added back in. We've got a die kit. We've got a mini Dwayner's messenger. So you can see here, these may take a little bit of time because I have a little bit of an interesting time with my PC right now. But here's the miniature you've got here. So that's an interesting miniature we've got. And then we have the Feathers of the Zephyr glider and the golden Zephyr backpack. So if we actually go back and actually have a look at the glider skins, so you've got some of these, for example the Shining Blade and Masat wings you can buy off the gem store, but you can actually earn these through the Black Lion chest. So the new ones which we have, which if I just go back here, so the new ones we have Feathers of the Zephyr. So if we say Feathers, you've got Feathers of the Zephyr, so that's actually looks pretty nice, very elegant indeed, really cool animation as well. So and is it the Golden Feathers? The Golden Zephyr backpack. So we've got that option as well. Now we've got Daydreamers skins that are a rare chance to drop, as is the Endless Mystery Tonic, an advanced leather rack, which is quite interesting to have considering the prices of leather that go into your home instance. Again, you can sell this, which is an interesting one. You can actually have a look at this on the Trading Post. Save for the advanced cloth rack. So if we do advanced, you can see here they're going for a significant amount of gold. We also have a couple of finishers, the Martial finisher and the Spectre finisher. They're also a decent amount of gold as well. Then we have super rare weapons like the Dwayner's weapons. So if we click on Dwayner's weapons, they're actually not too expensive, which is kind of interesting to see them as super rares. What are super rare, however, are these: the permanent Trading Post, the permanent Black Lion, the permanent Bank, the Endless Repair contract, and the permanent Hairstylist. So if we look at permanent, these are the options that we actually have. So you've got the finishers there, but if we look at the prices the other way around, the Bank Access at almost 5,000 gold and the Hairstylist at 4,000 gold. Very, very useful to have, and if you get them. So let's actually have a look. We've got these different items. Let's see how it actually looks here. Now I'm going to hide it a bit away because I just want to show you what it's like when we go through. So I will open them, and you get these options here. So you've got the Black Lion material bag, and we're going to go through those a little bit. So I'm going to speed this up. I'm just going to show you and go through some of my options. So you see here, we actually, before I do speed it up, I've already got the mini Dwayner's messenger. So you get this gold item, this extra item if you get a rare particular reward. So from now on, I'll be in silence. Now I just want to come back in and say, as you can see, we've got this Feathers of the Zephyr, and we already got this. So what actually happens, you get 2 free keys added to your account. So you might have noticed that I've actually now got a difference of 5 between Black Lion keys and Black Lion chests. So that's just something to keep an eye out for. Okay, so welcome back. This is results of the keys I opened. Now, if you want to know how much this would have cost, they actually had to buy 50 keys. If we actually have a look here, the Black Lion keys you can buy for 25 for 2,100, so 4,200 gems it actually cost. If we actually then go to the currency exchange, you can actually just see for yourself if it's actually worthwhile. Let's have a look at the custom exchange. If we look at 4,200, you're talking 1,194 gold. Okay, 1,000. So that's quite a lot of gold. But let's see what we get out of this. So we've got 56 Black Lion material bags. Okay, we're going to come into that again a little bit later. So Mystic Forge stones. Okay, they're quite handy. You can now. I'll put them in my bank. You've got transmutation charges, not too relevant for me. I have quite a substantial amount of those. We're actually going to have a look at here. We're going to change it. We'll go to the wardrobe and change it to something up here. I've got over 1,000 of those. The miniature, well, I'm going to add to the account wardrobe. So there we go, unlock the miniature. We've also got this, so let's actually use the package here. We've got the glider. We unlock the back piece, so this is the back piece now you can see here. That's quite a fancy back piece actually, I quite like that. Nice shiny metallic golden wings, very elegant. So, I've unlocked the skin for that, and I've unlocked the skin for the Feathers of the Zephyr. So here we go, I'm quite happy with that. So we've got some boosters here, the Black Lion booster. The consumables I'm going to actually add on to the ones I've already got here. I quite like the Trading Post Express, very useful for when I do raids. Particularly for the Black Lion scraps, you can buy some of the weapons. You've got Keepsake and at the moment Abaddon's weapons. You've got a few other different weapons as well. So I collected 2 particular Black Lion tickets. A bit disappointing I didn't get more. The Black Lion miniatures just allow you to get some of the miniatures. If you actually just look at some of these, I've got all of them already, and they range from between 2 to 10 gold. So you can have a choice on there, and you've got living work or different season rewards as well. I think there are a couple that I don't have, like the Chickenado, Mini Merchick, which I might get, but I've got plenty of those to save up on. So again, let's go back. I'm just going to pop to my bank and inventory so I can transfer some of these off. So we'll put these off. So you can see here I've got 202 teleport to a friend, and not exactly in need of those right now. The Black Lion chest I'll put down here. So you can see here I've got 13 of these Black Lion miniature claim tickets, so I can use those and sell for gold. The bank access I'll put up here. I'm going to save the boosters for when I actually do need them. And we've got the wings. So let's look at what else we got. We've got a communal boost bonfire. I was quite happy to get one of those. They're very useful if you're in a raid, or, well, actually not so with a raid, but more in a big world boss instance. Self-style hair kit, very useful. I've actually got quite a substantial amount of those. Just allow you to change anything. So if you actually look here, you can use them. We've got different skins you can use. So we can look here. Just look at the different hairstyles you've got. These are dependent upon your gender and your race. So there are actually 10 unique different hairstyles for each particular one. So for these male Savari, you won't find these on any other particular race. Why would you? Because most of them are plants. But then you've got all the different hair colours as well. So if you wanted to change up your look, very useful to have indeed. So I'm not going to use any of those right now. Now we've got some skins. Let's have a look at those skins. We've got Daydreamer's set. Now let's have a look at the preview. Some of them are actually quite nice. The Daydreamer's set, I didn't get them originally, but some of them are pretty handy. If we decide to actually sell them at the trading post, however, let's have a look on what we can get back. Not much at all, really. I mean, we're talking 25 to 30 gold because they are popping up in the Black Lion chest, so people are getting them. So I'm actually going to just store them in my wardrobe, unlock the skin. So you can see here, they were the very first Daydreamers set that I've managed to acquire. So, let's have a look. We've got a die set. Let's have a look at the die set. We got a sour die. Not the most exciting thing, really. You could get anything out of that. It's worth 50 copper. Well, let's just salvage that.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
Now, we're going to come on to the minis. Let's have a look what we get here. This is a bit of random. You can get a lot, but these are all, some of them are pretty poor. I'm going to sell a couple of these. I just want the cash quickly. I've got one for a couple of gold there, but most are pretty dire. I've actually got all the minis, so I'm quite happy with my mini collection. So the eggs aren't really too worthwhile for myself. For those of you who haven't unlocked your mini collection, this is a nice way to look at minis. And people buying them generally will buy them at the beginning of the month when they release all these new upgrade unlocks. As the month goes on, obviously things like the Daydreamers weapons will again drop in value because more and more people will have got them, and so they become not as valuable prior. So for example, you don't know what weapon set they're going to put in the Black Lion chest. If you have some of those saved up, it may be a disadvantage for yourself. So, we're just going to sell the last one, and then we'll move on. And we've got these new items, the Black Lion material bag. Now, these were in the Black Lion chest previously, the unidentified dice. These were actually trading at 50 silver at one point. They dropped down to, I think, as low as 17 at one point. Now, I've got a lot of these saved up. I'm not going to sell these because I'm going to use them for a later date. So let's have a look at the Black Lion materials. We don't know what we can get in there. Let's have a look. Unfortunately, we can't actually access this in the PvP lobby, unfortunately. So I'm going to pop to my guild hall, and I'll see you there. Okay, so welcome to my lobby, my guild hall. So I'm going to pop in here, and I'm going to show you what it's like to actually unlock some of these items. So let's look at the Black Lion material bag. Contains a selection of crafting materials. Let's have a look what we get. So we've got a range of things. Now we've got different actually materials from some of the world maps, new ones. This Orient Pearl is very valuable actually on ore. Same for the Winterberry ones, can actually be converted. Things like the petrified wood, the fire orchid blossoms, jade shards. These are mystic coins as well. Well, hello mystic coins. We've got quite a lot of different items, and we're getting quite a lot of them. If you look on the right hand side, you'll notice how many we're getting on each one. This is a huge amount of materials and resources that we're actually getting. The materials that are map related, you can actually trade and convert into into currency. You can convert into Unbound Magic. So here we go. I'm going to separate them into the map currencies, so you can see here. These are the different map currencies. I'm not exactly needing an evergreen ladestone right now, but we've got things like the winterberries, the petrified wood, the Orient Pearls, the fire orchid blossoms, the blood rubies, and the jade shards. So we can deposit all of those. We've also got some T5 materials. You can see the mithril and such. And then we've got T6 materials in vials of powerful blood, vicious fangs, charged lodestones, which are nice to have. I'm wondering the price would actually be dropping a little bit. So yes, it went down from about 2 gold because people are going to be opening these. So it's best to hold on to them. So there we go. I'm going to deposit all of those materials. Now this is where we get to something I have actually in the past, and I may link this video in at the end. The wardrobe unlock will allow you to unlock a skin from anything from outfits to gliders to equipment, which can be huge amounts of equipment. You can see here all the Black Lion skins that are available, and they go right through the game. You've got the scythe staff, for example, and they go from the to simple Black Lion, the Black Lion gem store, and then you've got die unlocks and miniature unlocks as well. Now, most of these, I believe, are ones that I have available, or I have that I haven't unlocked. So you can see here, I could actually get, I believe, a world finisher I don't know if that's actually going to be, if that will happen. If it is, that's pretty impressive. But you can see here, these are all the minis. Most of them are things that I can't buy it unless you get it from the gem store. So most of the biggest chance you've got, and things like these weapons here, fused weapons. If you look at the gem store for fused, let's have a look, because this is where you're going to see some of the items. They're all over 1,000 gold. If you get a fused item, you are in the money. Now you can see here, I got a fused shield. I actually had that with a wardrobe unlock. That right there would have covered the cost of the 4,200 gems it would have taken. So let's see what we actually get. I would advise as well buying up any cheap skins you have, otherwise it's not really worth it doing that. So let's have a look. We get a miniature Tislak, okay. Ooh, not the best in the world, but you know, I'll take it. We've got Stormeye. What's Stormeye? I don't know what that is. What is Stormeye? Let's have a look. Is it a shield? Let's have a look at my bank. Okay. That's really not real. That's if I could pick something that I would not take, this would be it. Yeah. That's one of the downsides. You can get one in a common unlock. Enamelled in Blaze. Well, now, Enamelled in Blaze. Now let's actually have a look. This is a die. And if we actually look at price, Enamelled in Blaze, 94 gold. So there we go. And the final one, we got a Soaring Greatsword. Well, let's see how much is a Soaring Greatsword. So Soaring, they're not too much actually. So a bit disappointing. That's the gamble you get, 38 gold. So you can't, sometimes you won't earn too much gold from it, others you will. And I'm going to actually put at the end of this video, I'm actually going to show you a very, very lucky round I have. I hope this has been an interesting watch for you. I hope that it's not entirely a way for you to make gold, it's just to actually help you unlock certain things on your account and save you gold more than actually making gold. But I hope this has been a useful video for you to see some of the different rewards you can get. This is a video clip actually, I just wanted to show you. I did promise that I'd show you this. I made this a couple of months ago. This was actually the previous Black Lion chest options that you could get. And I wanted to show you this because I made 2,000 gold. Okay, welcome back. Now, some of you may have realised, or may have wondered, how the hell could I have made 2,000 gold when I've just gone through here and I haven't got a contract or anything like that. You know, I got, as I said, the Soaring Scepter skin, which was 30 gold, a permanent finisher, which wasn't worth a huge amount of gold. We did get some Black Lion claimed, a Black Lion claim ticket, which you can use for multiple different Black Lion skins, and they have a set value determined by what's really going for the moment. But you can see here we've got a lot of the Balthazar the Balthazar chest that came this time. So these are the keepsake weapons that you could have got back when this was released. You can still get them. They're a little bit more expensive than the one ticket, but they're around between 30 and 40 gold. So I could have got them and sold them then. But I decided no, you know, I wasn't too keen on the keepsake weapons. I could see the appeal, but it wasn't for me. Again, with all the teleports to a friend, you can put them up there. You've got Tomes of Knowledge, Black Lion chests, Revival, bank account access. We actually did get this nice finisher. I really do actually. I've used this a lot on many of my characters. The little mail carrier. I really like them a lot. We've got transmutation charges, which I have over 1,000 of them now. We did get a few minis, but nothing too valuable there. There's the permanent whoop finisher you could sell for, just over 10 gold. There are some finishers that are a bit more expensive. You can see the permanent pack fleet one's 250 gold. I actually bought that when it was on the gem store for 800 gems, I think it was at the time. So that's around about right. But there's a few avatars, the permanent pack fleet one, the permanent avatar of death, they're always quite popular. So I did make my money there, because there's the whoop finisher. Not my favourite actually, but I unlocked it anyway just because I don't have it, and I don't want to get it again. We got a couple of cheap minis, so nothing too worthwhile, and yeah, again, very little amount of silver or gold that we can make from them. Obviously, you may get lucky perchance and get a rare mini if you're lucky. What we have now is the Times die kit, and you can get, again, it's a random chance for getting what kind of die you get out of it. Sometimes you can get a rare die, sometimes you can get something pretty tame and not really worthwhile. As you can see, I've got the pink die there. So again, as I said, we've got these unidentified dies. I'm saving those out. You actually get a ton more of those with the Zyshan war paint, so I'm going to save those until they go back up in price, because they dropped significantly because everybody like me bought them and they got a ton of dies from them. So you can see here I've got 122. Look what my bank turned out to be like after I'd used that. I think I already explained about the Black Lion multiple claim tickets earlier in this video. And you can see I'm building up a nice collection of Black Lion claim tickets. I'm looking at getting a really nice... I want a really nice skin that I actually enjoy. I love for example, the Forgotten Weapons. I'm hoping they'll come back on sale. So here you go. This is what you get from the Zyshan war paint. You get the Fire Orchid Blossom, dies, and a booster. And this is me actually opening all of these. So you can see how much die we're actually getting racking up over there in the corner. And we're getting a nice few boosters. Boosters, okay, they're useful, but I think that they could be a bit better, well utilised. So that if I sold them, this was back then, they were 30 silver, and they went down to about 17 at one point, so they really did drop off. They're slowly going back up because now they're not available. So here you can see I'm moving around. I've got a ton of boosters. The boosters I actually have on a different character as well, my main character. And so, yeah, this is what you can get out of it. But still, have I achieved my goal of 2,000 gold? No. So where is this 2,000 gold that I've said? Well, it is a little bit of the way I phrased it is a little bit incorrect. I didn't make 2,000 gold in terms of selling something on the trading post. What I did was through the guaranteed wardrobe unlock. And this, as we saw earlier, can be a bit hit and miss. For me, it's a fantastic thing. So you can see here I get splint legs, which I had forgotten to unlock, and so it was such a cheap waste of a guaranteed wardrobe unlock, and I was like really annoyed with myself. But then we get Winter's Needle. Now, Winter's Needle is actually quite an impressive weapon, and if you actually check out this, not in terms of the skin, but in terms of how much it's worth, Winter's Needle, if I can actually, here we go, there's lots of Winters, let's put a needle down. Winter's Needle is actually 500 gold, so I've saved myself 500 gold there. And bear in mind, this is, again, we've got a dredge pillar, which again is pretty worthwhile. However, we get a fused longbow. Oh yes, a fused skin, which for those of you who are unsure, fused are one of the earliest Black Lion skins, and boy are they expensive. So a fused longbow, 1,200 gold. That's 2,000 gold right there in two skins. The fused longbow and Winter's Needle have just saved me 2,000 gold. I don't have to buy that anymore. And then we get the fused skier shield. Oh boy, and the fused shield, well, how much is that? Well, that's 1,000 gold. There we go. So it's actually 3,000 gold in total that I did save by buying these items, or by going through the wardrobe unlock. And that's where the wardrobe unlock is an amazing tool. If you're trying to get collections, okay, it is a bit of a hit and miss, but it can save you huge amounts of gold saving up for all these different skins. They can really, again, it's that pot luck. But if we look at how much I actually spent on the gems and how much actually it costs to get these unlocked, I actually made my money back. It was 876 gold I actually spent. I think it was on 3,000 gems. I'll have to double check that. But generally, I found that this actually worked out to my advantage, and this is one thing. It's for me. It's why I keep going for the Black Lions chests, because I love the guaranteed wardrobe unlock. I think it's a fantastic feature, a really good addition to the game, and I'd love to hear your stories as well, because I'd love to hear you tell me about if you've used this and got a wardrobe unlock. What's the best thing it's unlocked for you? It'd be great to hear your stories. Please leave any comments in the section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. PvP, legendary weapons, how to make gold in Guild Wars 2, and Maikai Talk. Please use these links below to help support my channel, and I'll keep producing content you enjoy.